Rio again. And the reason that didn't happen is because of Kanji.
There she is, in the stripes on it. 1, 2, 3, Rio is going nowhere!
I may not get rid of Rio, but I will get rid of Kanji.
I'll put my career on the line, but you best believe your career's going on the line too. Career versus career.
Challenge accepted.
This town ain't big enough for the both of them. Something has to give. Will it be the career of Nina or the career of Kanji?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very special virtual face-off presented by Pro Wrestling Illustrated. I'm PWI contributing writer Jason McVeigh. At the end of May, Progress Wrestling announced one of the most emotionally charged matches in company history. A loser leaves Progress match between Kanji and Nina Samuels. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by the two women who will compete in that match. Two of the most decorated and determined women to ever set foot in a Progress ring. First of all, two-time Progress Women's Champion, Kanji. Kanji, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And former Progress Women's Champion, Nina Samuels.
Hello, I'm sorry this couldn't just be a one-person interview. I'm sorry you got roped into interviewing Kanji as well.
Well, ladies, look, I appreciate that tensions are running high leading into this match. But look, I think your fans and the fans of Progress Wrestling are very keen to hear from you both on this. So if we can have some decorum today. So the date is set, July 27th at the Electric Ballroom in Camden, Progress Wrestling Chapter 182, Stay Humble. It will be Kanji versus Nina Samuels in a loser leaves Progress match. Before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about what has led up to this match. So the tension has been simmering for months now between the two of you. Nina, if I can start with you, you have been accused by a lot of people of avoiding a match with Kanji while you were Progress Women's Champion. You even refused to defend the belt against her at Progress Las Vegas. What do you have to say to that?
Well, it's not my fault that Kanji was taken out. Well, actually, no, I lie. It is. It is absolutely my fault, and I have no regrets about doing so. I've been very vocal about the fact that Kanji was what was standing in my way, and I proved my point correctly. As soon as Kanji was out of the picture, I was Progress Women's Champion. But also, there was no way I was ever going to give Kanji a shot, because a massive reason why this started was because when I returned to Progress, Kanji was Progress Women's World Champion. And she didn't give me a shot. She knows she should have given me a shot because she knows that she owes everything that she has to me. I was the one that first got eyes on Kanji. I was the one that first got all of the eyes on her. She used my spotlight to get ahead. And as soon as I walked back in, she should have been on her knees begging me to challenge her for that title, to legitimize that reign. But she didn't do that. Instead, she went on to face Lana Austin. She went on to lose that Progress Women's World Championship. So why was I going to give her a shot? She never gave me one.
Kanji, what do you have to say to that? Do you feel that Nina was ducking you?
Yeah, I do. I think she knows what I'm capable of doing. I think she knows I'm capable of winning a match against her, whether the title was on the line or not. And she knows that, and she didn't want to show that vulnerability that she has over me. But I do owe Nina a lot. When I first started on the independent scene here in England, I wrestled Nina for a company that was very close to both our hearts in Pro Wrestling Eve. And Nina did put a massive spotlight on me, and it was a huge opportunity for me to step in the ring with Nina. And it did a lot for me. I learned a lot from her. But she went on to bigger things. She went on to the WWE and NXT UK, and she put the eyes on the UK scene, which we're all very grateful for. But when she came back to Progress, I was neck deep in a complete different story with someone else that had my full attention, and I needed my whole attention on that story, which is why I never had the chance to give Nina an opportunity for the championship. So that doesn't have anything to do with what we're doing now. So Nina is mad about something that had nothing to do with her and I had no control over. But now she knows I'm a complete different wrestler to who I was when I first wrestled her. And she's scared of that. She's scared. I can feel it.
Well, fate would kind of intervene. Nina would go on to become Progress Women's Champion. As much as I'm sure Kanji would have liked to have faced her for the title belt, other things happened. At Super Strong Style 16, Nina, you were forced to defend your title against Rio in a match where Kanji was the special referee. It was a thrilling match, but it resulted in you losing the gold. What's your thoughts on how all of that went down?
My thoughts is that it was a complete and utter shit show. It was, everything was stacked up against me. I've said this whole time that the reason I wasn't champion many times over was because of Kanji. So many times, not only because she didn't let me challenge her as soon as I arrived, but also that ladder match that we had with Rio and Lizzie. She cost me an opportunity there to climb that ladder. She cost me an opportunity to win the Defy Women's Championship by tapping out to Marina Shafir. And once again, who did Progress bring in to even up the score? But the person that I have said explicitly is the only thing that's been holding me back in Progress. And then they once again just proved my point. They proved my point. Once again, Kanji sabotaged me. But you know what? I do have to say some praise to Kanji. Well done, Kanji. Thank you for finally thanking me for everything that I've done for you. It's only taken you a few years. So thank you. Thank you so much for that. I'm sure this is just an attempt now to try and butter me up. So I'll go easy on you so that you'll be able to keep your precious Progress career. Absolutely pathetic. This is about me getting Kanji out of the way so I can get back what is rightfully mine. That Progress Women's World Championship is rightfully mine. I know it. Everyone that was in the ballroom knows it. And even Kanji knows it. Even Kanji knows that she sabotaged me with her disgusting, unfair refereeing in that match.
Kanji, did you referee the match with an ulterior motive? I mean, is it fair to say that you weren't disappointed to see Nina lose the championship?
Yeah, I walked in knowing damn well I'm going to try my hardest to make sure that she didn't win that belt. Because the last person the Progress wrestling community needs is a champion like Nina Samuels. Her tactics are cheap and disrespectful to the sport that is professional wrestling, and that is not what we want, and that is not what we need to carry such a strong division that we have here at Progress.
Well, look, fast forward to the next day, Kanji, Nina issued you a bold challenge to a match with the highest possible stakes. If she beat you, you would be forced to leave Progress Wrestling for good. So you were brave enough to accept the challenge, but only on the condition that Nina accepted the same fate, that if she lost, she would be the one to leave Progress. Is a match with such high stakes worth it, Kanji?
I think at the time she offered the challenge, I think I was so fueled with almost like an adrenaline of what happened the night before. So I was kind of, I kind of laughed about it, to be fair, at the beginning. It was almost like a joke that she was offering me this. And it wasn't until after when I realized how high these stakes really are. And I think it is very heavy for the both of us, because there's only going to be one winner. And I think no matter what happens in that match, I think we're both going to fight with everything that we have to make sure there is going to be one winner, which means there is also going to be one loser, and that loser will leave Progress. And I think we're both at a stage in our careers where we believe that we haven't done everything that we want to do. So it's very heavy for the both of us. But I don't regret it at all, because I think I'm going to prove to everybody, as well as Nina Samuels, how much this actually means to me and how much I have left to prove to the world what I I'm here to do.
Nina, what about you? Any regrets about taking on a match with such high stakes?
No, because I've said it so many times. I need Kanji gone from Progress. Progress is and will always be the Nina Samuels show. And as long as Kanji around, she is pulling my focus. I can't even let her take all the credit. I have allowed myself to let her pull my focus. And that happened as well on day 2 of Strong Style. She caught me while my emotions were high, when I'd lost the plot. I was traumatized from the day before, from losing my championship. So I wasn't thinking clearly when I put my career on the line as well. But the more I've thought about it, the more I feel like this needs to happen. I need that jeopardy to finally vanquish Kanji. And I am going to use this match with Kanji to prove all of the naysayers wrong. I've never, ever discredited Kanji's in-ring ability. She is at the top for a reason. She is dangerous in the ring. I know exactly what she is capable of. And that is why I am going to show everyone against her. I am going to show that I am better than her. I'm going to show that I am better than Kanji, and I'm going to rid her from Progress and show that Progress needs me. They don't need her. I don't care if they want me or not. I don't care if everyone thinks I was this rubbish, awful, cheap champion. I don't care, because I had that gold and I was good for Progress. My level of superstardom was good for Progress, and that gold was good for me. And I am going to get it back. I'm going to get it back as soon as I have got rid of that annoyance, that pest that keeps holding me back.
Well, before we get to the Loser Leaves match on July 27th, Progress also have another huge show coming up. It'll be June 29th. Progress Chapter 181, Far From Ordinary People. It'll come to us from the O2 Ritz in Manchester. As we've come to expect, neither of you want to pass up on an opportunity to do a little bit of damage to the other person. With that in mind, you will both have the chance to do that in Manchester in what's being dubbed as the Pick Your Poison matches. So for anyone who doesn't know, you've both had the chance to select the other person's opponents on the night. Progress have already announced that Nina, you have selected Lana Austin to take on Kanji. And Kanji, you have picked former WWE superstar Shotzi Blackheart to take on Nina. So if I can ask you first, Nina, why was Lana Austin the right person to select to presumably weaken Kanji ahead of your match in July?
Absolutely, to weaken Kanji. I wanted to dig into Kanji's past, because this whole rivalry stemmed from the past. So I wanted to go into Kanji's background, go to someone who has bested Kanji more times in Progress than anyone. She's beaten Kanji 6 times. She knows what it takes to beat Kanji. I've been in the ring with Lana myself as well, so I know how tough she is. I know everyone likes to think that she's now all about her Lana Oki, but beneath that is a veteran of our scene, a veteran who is going to whittle Kanji down. Me and Lana have spoken. Lana knows what I want her to do to Kanji. Lana knows that this is about weakening her. Lana doesn't like Kanji either. Lana wants Kanji gone. So we're in this together. That is why I picked Lana Austin, because I know that she knows how to get the job done against Kanji.
Kanji, any concerns about facing Lana so close to this big match?
I think with the history that me and Lana have, it's definitely something that I don't think I was shocked to hear it was Lana, because I expected Nina to pick me someone that I really struggled with in my journey at Progress. So that didn't come to any surprise for me. But when it comes to Lana, there is just something that I can't get over. I really struggled. And Nina knows that, and so does Lana. But I feel like this point, I can use that almost to an advantage, because I can train, I can work hard to try and figure out what it is to help me overcome whatever Lana Austin has over me. And I've got time. I've got time to find that out. I've got time to work on it. And I've got time to pull myself together to pull it out of the bag and get this one up, because I want momentum coming into this match with Nina Samuels. And that's it.
Well, I think it was a smart choice by Nina, certainly. A smart choice by you, Kanji, and quite the get to get Shotzi Blackheart to come to Progress Wrestling. Tell us a little bit about the thought behind picking Shotzi as Nina's opponent.
Well, I think with the experience of being a worldwide travelled wrestler, who's also been in the UK scene before, I remember seeing her at Pro Wrestling Eve against one of the wrestlers I look up to a lot in Ginny, and I thought it was a fantastic match. It was a fantastic showing, and I've looked at her since and thought that she's great. She's got an amazing style. Her ability in wrestling is strong, and I think it's exactly what we want to see break down Nina Samuels, and I think she can do it. And as Nina has said, she has come close to working with Shotzi, but she's never had a singles match with her. And I think this is the time when Nina's really going to get knocked down a notch. So when she's going to step in the ring with me in that loser leaves Progress match, her confidence is going to be dropped, and that's going to show in the match, and that will give me the advantage to get one up on her.
Nina, are you worried about facing Shotzi this close to the loser leaves match?
Look, I know Shotzi. I would be an idiot to say I didn't have some element of worry. But I've been where Shotzi is now. I know that feeling of freshly becoming a free agent. You're nervous, but you're excited. You've got this chip on your shoulder. You want to show the world exactly what you can do. And because I know how it feels to be where she's been, I know how to exploit that. I know what Shotzi's weaknesses are, and I know how to exploit them. And I've said so many times that, all the wrestlers get to step in the ring with me are so blessed to be able to share this Nina Samuels show spotlight. And hey, now there's someone here, well, I'll admit it, with a bigger star right now than me. So, I get to experience what everyone else experiences when they step in the ring with me. But I am going to use that spotlight that Shotzi has, and I'm going to show the world why everyone needs to pay attention to me, why this is the Nina Samuels show. So yes, maybe people are buying a ticket for Shotzi Blackheart, but the name that they are going to be talking about when they leave is Nina Samuels. And after they see what I'm going to do to Shotzi, they are going to be praying for Kanji's safety, not just for her career, for her safety, because they are going to realize exactly what I can do. And they are going to know that Kanji is in a world of danger, that Kanji's career is in a world of danger. Suddenly, subscriptions for Progress on Demand are going to be going through the roof, because everyone's going to suddenly feel this need to watch as much of Kanji and Progress as they can before it's too late. And that's what everyone is going to see.
Well, Pro Wrestling Illustrated will be in attendance in Manchester for the Pick Your Poison matches. We're very much looking forward to it. As we sit down for this face-off tonight, time is ticking. When you both enter the ring on July 27th, for one of you, it will be the last time in a Progress Wrestling ring. Kanji, if I can ask you first, what's the thought process going into the match, and what can fans expect watching it?
I have a lot more goals that I'm determined to achieve just at Progress itself. So there is no way that I am walking into the match with Nina Samuels with any weaknesses, any vulnerabilities, because I know in my heart that this is not the end for me. I'm a 2-time champion, and I know that I've got time to be at least a 5-time champion.
Nina, same question to you. You know, will the last time in a Progress ring be July 27th?
Are you kidding me? You're really going to insult me with that question right now. After everything I've heard, you still think that Kanji is going to walk away with this victory? I said, I've bigged up Kanji enough. I've said how amazing she is in the ring. I know how dangerous she is. But she doesn't have that fight in her like I have that fight in me. I have that determination to show everyone that Progress is my show. Heck, for the last year, Progress has been the Nina Samuels show. Even when Rio was the champion, it was the Nina Samuels show. I walked into Las Vegas. I made my US debut as Progress Women's World Champion. I walked out successful, and I'm going to walk out of this match successful as well. And then I'm going to come straight back to Rio, straight back for that championship, knowing that Kanji can't hold me back. And then Progress is once again going to be mine. So when that Women's Strong Style comes around, I will absolutely not be in that tournament because I will be the champion. All of those 16 women are going to be fighting for the chance to work with me.
Well, ladies, look, thank you for your time today. As a reminder, Progress Chapter 181 goes down on June 29th. That'll be the Pick Your Poison matches. And then Progress Chapter 182, July 27th, loser leaves Progress Wrestling. Kanji, if I can offer you the floor just for any last words you want to say.
I just want to say that, Nina, you've wrestled me quite a few times now, but I hate the fact that you have brought out in me a lower standard that you have in you. And I hate the fact that you're the one that's brought that out in me. And in our last match, I'm going to have no respect for you as a character or a wrestler. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to take everything that you have and everything that you are, and I'm going to strip it just because I hate the version that you have made me. And I'm going to show you how much I hate it.
Nina, any final words?
Kanji acts like her showing me a side of herself where she has no respect for me as anything new. This has all stemmed from you having no respect for me. If you had any respect for me in the first place, we would not be in this position. But you don't need to hear any more last words from me because this isn't the last you're seeing me. The next time we're going to be here is going to be with me again as your Progress Women's World Champion. So thank you so much for the last words, Kanji. Do you know what? Hey, I'll even give you the floor when we have our last match as well. I'll even give you the floor. I'll give you the microphone. I'll give you a chance. I'll step aside so that you can say goodbye to all of those fans. And then you can watch at home as Progress definitively becomes and continues to be the Nina Samuels show.
Well, ladies, we look forward to it. We thank you very much for your time today, and we wish you the best of luck in the match. Thank you very much.